Hey guys, and welcome back to another one, and today I've got here with me the Wetek core. And before we begin the video, I'd like to mention something here that might be a question from that side of the screen to this side of the screen sooner or later, which is, hey Robert, is the core the updated version of the Wetek Play that we saw back in January 2015? And I'll post a link right over here just in case you didn't check that out. And the answer is simple, it's no. These are two different lineups, two different machines with two different objectives. Now, the Wetek Play, on my opinion, of course, it is a great TV experience, especially because you can connect your satellite, you can connect your cable directly to the machine and have a overall great TV experience, especially because you also have a lot of live TV channels included on this package. But just check out the review and you will see what I mean. Now, just to conclude over here, the Wetek Play is supposed to have an upgrade. I don't know when, but it will keep existing, and honestly I would like to see as soon as possible a quad-core CPU right over here, because the Play still has a dual core. For the TV experience is great, but we want some more power right over here. Now, the Play is not the star of this review, the star is the Wetek core. And that being said, guys, let's go for the video. As always, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in a few seconds. So here we are with the Wetek core that features the Amlogic S812 CPU, the Octa core Mali 450, 2GB of DDR3 RAM, 8GB of Nand flash storage, and comes with Android Lollipop 5.1.1. And going through our quick unboxing experience as usual, once we open the package we will find a hard reset tool, the Wetek core of course, one HDMI cable, one power adapter with sockets for US, UK and European Union, and finally one wireless remote control. And now taking a closer look at the Wetek core, at the front there are no ports or lights. The light is very well located at the top left along with the power button. On the left we will also have two USB 2.0 ports and one microSD card slot. On the right hand side no ports at all. At the back one power input jack, optical out, HDMI, gigabit Ethernet connection and AV output. On the top, besides the light and the power button, the box features also the Wetek logo, and finally at the bottom 4 rubber feet and some vents. And once we turn the machine on, we will be faced with a setup wizard that will take us through the initial process, and in no time we will have the core ready to be used. Regarding the launcher, it is a very clean launcher that we have seen a similar one on the past on the Wetek Play, and on my opinion with style and very easy to use. But as I always mention, if by any reason we don't like it, we can always install any other launcher. And as usual on Wetek machines, it has the online updates, which is great for us, always considering that there are no 100% perfect machines, so when the time comes, just press that button and the core will take care of things for us. And it comes with the integrated wireless remote as we've seen previously, which works great in my opinion, of course, very fast and responsive, and it has, besides the airmouse capability, also voice recognition that works great and can be very useful if we want to browse without any typing.
Here is some information about Algarve. The Algarve, Portugal's southernmost region, is known for its sunny Mediterranean climate and its beach and golf resorts.
Now, one of the things that I'm not a fan is the way that the writing is implemented, and this behavior happens with any remote in this particular box, which is when we are using the airmouse, we cannot select any letter by pointing, so we will need to use the arrows to select each letter, and this of course takes longer than it should. So at this moment I would suggest a wireless keyboard if you do a lot of writing and browsing. And moving along to our usual benchmarks, and starting with speed test using a power line adapter. On Wi-Fi we are getting 49 megabits per second on download and 20 megabits per second on upload. And on the Ethernet connection we are getting 90 megabits per second of download and 20 megabits per second of upload. Which, by the way, the power line adapters that I'm using at this moment are the Devolo power line adapter kit with gigabit connection and Wi-Fi AC. And if you want to check a full review, it's available on the channel. Just check out the YouTube card on the right top corner of this video. And on this speed test we got 26 megabytes on reads and 12 megabytes on writes. And to give you a real life example of the responsiveness of the device, it is an example as always opening and closing an app like Kodi. Moving along, on Geekbench 3 we got 509 on single core score and 893 on multi-core score. On Antuntune roughly 35,000, 3D Mark score, iStorm Extreme 5,900, and finally on Epic Citadel 41.4 frames per second of average score. And now benchmarks aside, and in terms of gaming, I had no issues at all. The core delivered enough power to run anything, and honestly I was not expecting any less from this machine. So the tests that you are watching on screen are Blitz Brigade and Asphaltate Airborne, as always here on the channel, both playing just fine with no issues as you can see on screen. And in terms of video playback, no surprises at all, everything was smooth as well. I did test it out with Big Bug Bunny and Tears of Steel, both versions at 1080p and 4K with the H.264 codec, and also Sintel at 1080 and 4K, but this time with the H.265 codec. And the playback was very smooth in all the tests that I did, and the machine was very responsive even when I fast forward or rewind on my testings. And of course all my files are stored on my NAS and streamed across my network. And also regarding Big Bug Bunny, Tears of Steel and Sintel, all were shown under Creative Commons 3.0, and all credits too are down below on the video description. And for those that want something simple, the core has OpenElec as an option, so all we need to do is download an image file to our microSD card and we have to restart the machine, and that is it. OpenElec, here we are ready to use. And according to Wetek, it can play Netflix at full HD resolution, but unfortunately we still don't have it available here in Portugal. But we are expecting the service to be available this month of October 2015, so I will be back later on in the month to test it out and of course share the results with you guys. And finally, here we are with the mirroring test, and for that I always use my favorite app, which is the Airplay Pro, and I got great results using the iPhone 4S and the iPad mini with Retina display, both on mirror and also on streaming. On the other hand, streaming high bitrate files from the Imac to the core was not so smooth. The audio was perfect, but the image had some frame dropping on the 3 tests, the magazine style, sliding panels and vintage prints, but this is something to do with the firmware because the hardware is totally capable of handling this. So in conclusion guys, things that I did like the most were the great overall performance of the Wetek core, the included wireless remote control, the OpenElec as an option, the light on the left top of the device, and finally the online updates. On the other hand, things that I did like the less, no airmouse text input, and the AirPlay with high bitrate files were not smooth, but hopefully this will be fixed soon through the online updates, and when they are, I will be updating the video right over here. And that is it regarding the Wetek core review. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget that usual thumbs up. My name is Roberto Jorge, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.